Fire officials once again updating us on this Kincade fire. It has burned more than 10,000 acres, 0% containment, the major takeaway.
We have live team coverage on the fight against the fire, the evacuations, and the conditions crews are dealing with.
And we're going to start with KPIX 5's Katie Nielsen, who's been live near Geyserville all morning long. Katie?
Yeah, Kenny, we're actually here off of Geysers Road and Red Winery Road. We're in front of one of the homes that was destroyed. If you take a look back here, you can actually see what's left of a kitchen. There's a stove. You can see an ironing board sticking up, the frame of a bed. You can even see the washer and dryer in what's left of this house. This entire area under evacuation orders. But we actually found one resident who walked through the vineyards just to check on his house.
Which way are we going?
Sean Olin is clearing away a tree limb brought down by strong overnight winds. He says he's lived here 16 years and has experienced fires in the hills before, but nothing like this.
Come 5:30 in the morning, CAL Fire's banging on the door in their helmets with flashlights saying get out. And the fire was right below that helicopter right now. And it was coming down various pathways, and the winds, I think, were the most remarkable.
According to CAL FIRE, overnight winds were gusting up to 70 miles per hour on the ridge tops, fanning the fast-moving flames.
We're almost just chasing it and trying to get ahead of it constantly throughout this whole night. So that's the biggest challenge, is being able to actually do some firefighting without it jumping over our lines. So we really need the winds to cooperate.
And once the sun came up, the winds did calm down enough for massive air tankers to drop lines of bright red fire retardant and the damage assessments to begin, with at least half a dozen structures destroyed. Complete burns, as firefighters call it, where every possible thing that can burn does, leaving only metal remnants of furniture, appliances, or cars. Sean says he knows he is not supposed to be back in the evacuation zone, but they had to leave so quickly this morning, they didn't even have time to grab their clothes. So he walked through the vineyards back to his house.
We took that back to come and get my mother, who's 91. She needed to get out of her bathrobe and into some jeans.
So now, as you just heard from that CAL FIRE press conference, evacuation orders still in place all around the Geyserville area, about 2,000 people out of their homes right now. Now, the big concern is the afternoon winds. If those winds pick up, CAL FIRE is concerned that they won't have enough line around this fire to keep it contained. Those winds still blowing from north to south, and so this fire continues to move. So very important to stay up to date with all of the latest information. Live near Geyserville, Katie Nielsen, KPIX 5.
Yeah, the firefight continues. The air attacks will ramp up. Katie, thank you.
Chopper 5 has been over the fire. People in Sonoma County are still under mass evacuation orders.
And about 50 evacuees were sent to the Healdsburg Community Center. That's where KPIX 5's Jackie Ward joins us now live. Jackie.
Kenny, the Red Cross says that there are about 45 to 50 people here. They're using this space as a safe area away from the fire. Many of them had to be removed from their homes earlier this morning, and they were ready.
Some people in Geyserville slept with one eye open last night, just in case they had to evacuate.
We were all packed, yeah, because we got the notifications at around midnight last night. So kind of just preemptively, just started packing, making sure that we had everything that was pretty a necessity to get up and move if we needed to move.
And it's a good thing they did. Geyserville is under a mandatory evacuation order. Christopher Bingham lives near Highway 128 and Alexander Valley Road in Geyserville.
5:30 when I looked out and saw flames within 400 feet of my house, or 400 yards of my house, it was said, time to get out.
This was the view from his house this morning. After living through the Tubbs and Pocket fires, he says he was ready to get out fast.
The way fire is and so unpredictable, we had free time. We might as well spend it being constructive and making sure we were ready to go if in fact something got really crazy, which it did.
For this visitor from Canada, this was an unpleasant surprise again.
Last time, 2 years ago, fire. So I'm not coming.
This is the second time that she come visit and happened again.
Jerome Gunderson says his house lost power 2.5 days ago, making it so he didn't get any notification of the fire. He knew something was up when he smelled smoke.
But I had a flashlight. I was outside on my deck, and I shined the flashlight down on the deck, and I could see it was covered in ashes. And uh-oh, so I went around the other side and I looked up in the hills behind us and I could see they were on fire.
Fortunately, there haven't been any reports of any injuries because of the Kincade Fire. You can see here that food is being dropped off. We've spoken to the American Red Cross, who say they will remain here as long as people in here for KPIX 5.